Hi everybody, it's StephanieGrams, owner of Memory Bears and Keepsakes LLC. Tips and ideas for $1,000 a month in your sewing business. And here's the other book I have for sale, How to Start a Memory Bear and Sentimental Sewing Business on my Etsy shop. Link in description. So you're not going to see my face during this video. I thought I would just show you how, myself assembling a wedding keepsake, a memory bear, and right there I'm just putting on some interfacing, and I'm going to iron that on with a protective sheet. I'm using my little Cricut mini iron if you're following along. But today I'm just going to give you some encouragement. I know I had a rough end of the month of December of 2022 going into January 2023. My business was fine. The business was doing well, and I had planned for some downtime just to recuperate from all the changes that my family and I went through, and the business that I had, and changed the name and all of that. And I changed my focus in late 2022. And if you followed me for a while now, you would know kind of like what was going on. But between Christmas and New Year's, we had our car broken into, and they busted out the window and stole my husband's medical binder with all his credentials from being in the Army. And he didn't usually take that with him to work, but this particular time he did need to take it with him because he's a traveling medical provider. And so, have Christmas, either late Christmas Eve or super early Christmas morning while he was at work, somebody busted out the window to our car. And, we dealt with that for 2.5 or almost 3 weeks. And, the Lord was good. He provided a rental car for us, and the insurance covered the entire expense. And I'm very thankful. We were very blessed that my husband was not hurt or anything like that. But, sometimes people don't bounce back quickly from the punches that life can throw at us, right? And so, I haven't been on Facebook much here in 2023. It is now February, and I am just now getting back on YouTube. And I just took some time off. I just needed to get my footing again and just make sure that I'm where the Lord wants me in my business, but also as a wife and mother and grandma and, daughter and sister and all of that. And there's a time that we just all need to take off, right? And just kind of unplug. Well, here I am. It's February. And it's 2023, and I look over the last several years of my business, and I see how much I've grown as a person, but also as an artist, a sewist, which is sewing artist, because most of us don't like to be called sewer because it looks like the word sewer. So over the last 10 years, we've all started to coin the word sewist. If you are part of my Sewpreneur, which means sewing entrepreneur website, you'll know that the email or the newsletter hasn't gone out in like 2 months. And I really just needed to unplug for a little bit. And like I said, get my bearings and refocus. And here I am. I'm back. Thank you to everyone that wondered where I was and what was going on. I appreciate your support and your excitement when you look forward to my videos and newsletters. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I really want to bring you guys value. Like what really helped me when I was first starting out as a sewist that focused on memory bears and keepsakes. Now, I have been a sewist for 40 years. Honestly, I started sewing at 7 and creating little artistic things with fabric and thread by hand. And I'm 47 now. And boy, time goes really fast. That is not a joke. But so for 40 years, I've been producing artistic items through the art of sewing. And this year, I want to bring you more value. I want to be kind of like the teacher you wished you had, or just the friend that you wished was right next to you as you are on this journey of being a sewpreneur, a sewing entrepreneur, right? And you know, I love getting feedback from you guys, whether you're sending me private messages or you're sending me emails. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to you. Just having like this whole group of support. It's so much fun. Literally so much fun. Get it? But anyways, um, things that you guys have told me that are valuable to you is not holding back on any of my sewing secrets, right? And I understand that. But let's focus on you. Like, what do you want in your business? Not what does Stephanie do in her business that you can replicate, because each of us, we're unique. We have a unique talent. And like I've told my students in the past, like we can all sit down with the exact same sewing tools and the sewing pattern and literally stare at each other while we're creating the same pattern, but each pattern is different. Each each product, even though we use the same pattern, looks different and unique. And that is just proof that God made us each with a unique skill set. And so I don't want you guys so much focusing on what I do, but what do you like to do? And what brings you joy? And how can you meet the needs of your customers? And we have to go way back to like day one of your business, right? I always bring my students back to this day getting them to think, okay, why do I want to sew as a business and not just a hobby? Who am I providing these services for? Once you go back to the very beginning on why you want to start this business and who your customers are, then that's when really the growth takes place, because you're like hyper focused on why you're doing what you're doing and who is it that needs or wants your services. So keep all that in mind as you watch my videos and you read the newsletter and you read through the books that I've published. Just always remember to focus on who you are and your services and your customers, and then incorporate that. Now, I do share sewing tips, like, for instance, this wedding dress memory bear. It's actually a keepsake bear is what it is. Because the person's still alive. It's just they want this to pass down as a family heirloom. So I will share the type of interfacing. It's an iron-on that I use. Everybody has asked, not everybody. I've had a couple people ask me what brand and what is it and all of that. And I'll put that information in the description underneath this video. And if you don't see it in the description underneath the video, definitely go to sewpreneur.com, get on the newsletter, and I will put the information in the newsletter. So always go to the newsletter for like information, because a lot of times I don't always get to it before I publish the video. And by the way, I'm sorry about any type of interference. I don't edit my videos. I just do them all in real time. So fast forward or rewind, here I am again. And what I want to always do is encourage you to look at your competitors, no matter where they're located, and see what it is that they're doing. Now, remember, competitor doesn't mean that they're selling beautiful items. I think that sometimes, like when I'm having these discussions with my students, they always go to the competitors that are buying ads on Google and saying, oh, you know what, Stephanie, I am not that good. Maybe I should lower my prices. And I'm like, no, don't just look at those competitors, because there are competitors out there that really need extra time to perfect their skills. And you can learn a lot from those types of competitors because you can see, are the eyes lopsided? Are the ears too big? Does the nose look more like a mouse instead of a memory bear? Really look at what is being sold around you. Now, let's go all the way back to the customer base. Are your customers local to you? Like, do you really just want to focus on your own zip code or a 30-mile radius of your zip code? And I'm always telling my students to not just look online like they can service the whole United States or the whole globe. Really look at your zip code. There are hundreds of opportunities. I'm going to guess. I can't give you my word because I don't know your zip code. But there are opportunities within the community that you live, whether they want or need your services. They most likely have connections to individuals who might live outside of your zip code that could use your services. So don't just ignore, the town or city that you live in, because remember, you can do what you want with your business. Now, I can just give you some educational advice. I cannot and will not give you legal advice or tax advice because that's not my specialty. You know, I'm just giving you some educational types of advice in this video. Now, I'm sorry to make it short tonight, but please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to Sewpreneur, get on the newsletter. Let me know you're there and have a wonderful week, guys. Bye. Thank you.